Hello and welcome back to another Watchalong on the YouTube channel. Today is Borussia Dortmund versus Paris Saint-Germain. Make sure to leave a like as you're coming in and make sure to subscribe if you are new as always. But yeah, another Champions League semi-final in the first leg. Obviously, yesterday was actually quite entertaining in the end, especially in the second half with Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. Ended 2-2 in the end. I think Real Madrid obviously will be happy with the result because they're away from home and they haven't lost going into that game. But Bayern will take positives from the fact that they've played well, but I'm not too sure they'll be happy with the fact we're happy with necessarily the result because they were at home. They probably could have tried to kill them off, but it is Real Madrid still. But that's the same thing. We're going to do the same thing we always do on this channel in the watch along. So we'll start with the lineups. So let's start with Dortmund. Cabal and goal. Ryerson. I don't think I've watched him unless he played in the previous knockout stage with Atletico Madrid. Hummels and Schlotterbeck and centre backs. Ian Matson at left back. Sabitzer and Emre Can playing behind Sancho, Julian Brandt, Adeyemi, and Fulkrug. I obviously it'll be good to see what Sancho does on the big stage, what Ian Matson does on the big stage. I'm a big fan of both of them. In terms of the footballers. Schlotterbeck, mainly known for Football Manager. Obviously, I've watched him a couple of times in real life, but from what I've seen, good centre back. Adeyemi, nice and pacey. Brandt's been there a long time. Emre Can's experience. Fulkrug is, I'm pretty sure he's tall and stuff like that. We've got for PSG in their lineup, Donnarumma in goal. Hakimi, Marquinhos, Lucas Hernandez, and Nuno Mendes. Zaire Emery, Fabio Ruiz, Vitinha, Barcola, Mbappe, and Dembele. Mbappe playing through the middle, which was a bit of a struggle in the end with the first leg against Barcelona. But in the second leg, especially, PSG ended up running riot. Also, mainly because Barcelona got a red card with Araujo and stuff like that. But Dembele really turned up that day as well. I favour Dortmund to win today. Do you know what? I have no idea. I think PSG will go through. I'll be very surprised if PSG don't go through overall. But in terms of today, I think maybe because they're at home, you might be right. You might be right. I think maybe Borussia Dortmund could go through today. I mean, as in, could take the lead today, going into the second leg. The camera's okay. The mic should be on, and everything should be fine right now. As I said yesterday, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a Real Madrid Paris Saint-Germain final. I think that's what I mainly expect Mbappe to play his future club. But overall, I'm expecting a very open, good game. I'm actually expecting a better game than yesterday, even though there's less quality in terms of overall 22 players on the pitch. I expect a better game just because of how open both defenses will be, especially looking at PSG's defense. I think maybe as a unit, they're not that good, but they've got flying fullbacks as well. So you never know. I'm hoping that Jadon Sancho shines today. I'm hoping Jadon Sancho shows people how talented he is today. And we all know how talented he is in general, and he's done well on the games that I've watched of Dortmund, mainly in the Champions League where I've watched him, and in the Bayern Munich game. But he's another victim of how Manchester United deal with players, in my opinion. I just don't. All these players that are talented, they come from another club. They go to Manchester United and they get killed like the way they do. Yeah, I'm looking mainly at Man United. It's the same way I say for West Ham. It doesn't surprise me that a lot of these players, when they approach my club, they turn to shit because the whole setup isn't really set right for them. Doesn't mean you can't criticize performances, but it is what it is. It is what it is. I've just seen a news outlet that said Brighton want to appoint Kieran McKenna from Ipswich if Robert De Zerbi leaves. Again, reported by Jacob Steinberg, so got to take that with a pinch of salt. I expect Brighton to go for someone a bit more foreign. Dharmesh Chef has reported that Newcastle interested in Lloyd Kelly and Tossin from Fulham. That's a shame. I don't know why West Ham aren't looking at them, but cool, it is what it is. Don't want them to do smart business. It is what it is. We're one subscriber away from 260 subscribers. And not that long ago, we were on 250. So I really do appreciate everyone's support. And after this watch along, if you guys can check out the tossing around a Darabayo video that I did of him not moving to West Ham and probably going to someone like Newcastle, that would be much appreciated as well. I'm coming to the limit on my StreamYard limit, and I'm trying to do a stream for Friday, and my thing resets on the 17th, which is a shame, but we'll find a way. We'll probably just make a new account on StreamYard. But I've got to do another fucking email. But anyway, I'm hoping for a good game. I'm hoping for a good game in general. I'm expecting an open game as usual. The Champions League has really stepped up in terms of entertainment, that's for sure. And I don't expect anything less when it comes to this game either. Because it's not like the attacks are completely shit. I'm expecting chances at least. If not a lot of goals, I'm expecting a lot of chances. That's what I'm mainly expecting. But other than that, I'm expecting a back and forth game. A lot of people talking about the away goal rule as well. A lot of people talking about the away goal rule. Oh, we should have got the away goal rule back when the round of 16 round was really, really bad. I don't think it's really had an effect on things. I just think it was a bit over exaggerated. I think it's very over exaggerated. The whole away goal rule and how it's affected Europe and stuff, because we've seen good quarterfinal games and now we've seen a couple good semi-final games. Well, one good semi-final game, so it is what it is. But I'm thinking maybe 2-1 Dortmund today, and then PSG take it back to their place and just run right there. I think PSG will come out on top overall. I think it's good that they changed it. I've always found the away goal rule. I agree with you, bro. I always found the away goal rule to be a bit shit, in my opinion. Because people are talking about how teams can play open with the away goal rule. I don't think it's affected style of play at all. I think that's ridiculous. What you're telling me that just because of one away goal rule, that teams are going to just start defending for their lives now? No, tactics have nothing to do with the away goal rule. As much as we may have fought it with the away goal rule, and they may have approached it when the away goal rule was there at the time, they're now still approaching it like it's still 0-0, and that's how I don't really see much of a problem. I always found the away goal rule to be nonsense. Might just be me though. I can't lie. I am heavily tired. I've had probably the best workout session of my life today, and I'm really exhausted. But I'm up for some football. I've got to sort out my StreamYard stuff as well, so I can stream more often. But other than that, I should be fine. Tomorrow I'm not streaming the Chelsea Tottenham game because I want to watch the darts. The darts run at the same time, and I can't watch that as well with the Villa game as well. And I want to just watch the darts, relax and watch the darts, have the Tottenham Chelsea game in the background as well. Who do I think is winning? I think Dortmund will win 2-1 today, and I think PSG will win the tie overall. I can't remember what I predicted on my TikTok. I think I predicted something different, but I forgot what I predicted. I don't think I ever get predictions right when it comes to predictions at the table, when it comes to predictions in the Premier League. On my Super 6, I do the Super 6 all the time. I do the Super 6 weekly. I never get it right. I never ever get the Super 6 correct. I never get one prediction. Like, I don't even get one correct score. I'm terrible when it comes to predictions. That's probably why I'm terrible at FPL as well. I'm just cursed when it comes to FPL and stuff. The players are coming out. Yellow Wall. What's the stadium, by the way? This is one of my favorite European stadiums to watch a game on. And it's also great that Dortmund have reached the semi-final. If they can reach the final, that would be great as well. But I don't really give them a chance of winning it if they winning the competition. And that's mainly because Real Madrid are there, because they have the most know-how when it comes to winning this. Yeah, Amarim News still wants Premier League. Yeah, I saw that Fabrizio Romano report. That gives me more false hope that Amarim could come to West Ham United. My main thing with that is that I don't think it's completely ruled out. I don't, apart from Chelsea, I don't think any other clubs interested because Arnie Slot um, has got Liverpool, and then now it's just West Ham and Chelsea. They're trying to. I'm sure people will try to link him to other clubs. I don't think Man United are after him. I don't think he should go to Man United. I don't think he should go to Chelsea. Then again, should he go to us? I don't know. But um, that's just me wanting Amarim at West Ham United. The fans are crazy, yeah. Very passionate, very synchronized. German fans are really good at creating atmospheres, I have to say. Um, but that's what's great about Europe is that every country has its own as sort of atmosphere that they bring. All that they all got different vibes when it comes to atmosphere. But yeah, look, I'm predicting the one thing I can predict about this game is that Gianluigi Donnarumma is going to have a howler. Donnarumma will have a howler in this game. That's the one thing I can predict. That guy since the Euros, the last Euros, Jesus Christ, his stock is low. Hated by AC Milan fans after leaving on a free because I think they feel like he left for money because obviously PSG. It's a bit like when all them former Arsenal players left for Man City all those years ago. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Anthony Taylor as the ref. We cannot escape him. We cannot escape him. I can't believe he's having the opportunity to manage European games. Shouldn't even be in the Premier League, let alone the whole of Europe. Jesus Christ, I just need my desk. So the whole thing just shook. Marquinhos is there as captain. Marquinhos is another one that is definitely prone to a howler. Definitely prone to a howler. Who is even Dortmund captain? I don't understand. They're still taking their picture. My thing's delayed, so it's 1 past 8 and it still hasn't kicked off. Emre Can's captain. I remember Emre Can at Liverpool, one of the most average midfielders ever. That was such a weird Liverpool side at the time. He was at the start of Jurgen Klopp's reign at the time. I remember at one point, Jurgen Klopp had Jordan Henderson and Wijnaldum in centre back because they had so many injuries. This was not the lockdown season, but right at the start of his reign. A lot of people are weird on Twitter, man. I just saw someone called Jude Bellingham for trying. Someone calling Jude Bellingham unbearable for trying to put off Harry Kane for the penalty. People are weird, man. Just gamesmanship. That's what people do. Everyone does it. Everyone does it. I don't like Mbappe down the middle. PSG's midfield looking good. Do you know what? I read the teams up, but I forgot what it is. Vitinha, Ruiz, Zaire Emery. Yeah, do you know what? Vitinha played well in the last leg. He played well in a game against Barcelona. I've heard a lot of good things about Zaire Emery. From what I watch, he's good as well. Liverpool want Kudus since they can't get Bowen. I don't think they will get him, depending on the release clause as well, whether that's true or not. But also, we're not going to sell Paquetá and Kudus in one season. If we do, then we're getting relegated. Simple as that. But they may want him, and we're always going to have our best players linked with other teams, but he's not moving anywhere this summer. He'll probably leave next year. We've kicked off, so let me get the banner up. Liverpool is a sinking ship. I agree, bro. I agree. Next, Man United. Sure, we'll see. I don't think their board isn't as bad as Man United's, but put it this way, I don't think Arnie Slot is going to do well at Liverpool just because he's the first different voice they'll hear after Klopp, but I don't see them winning a title anytime soon. They're going to have to build from the bottom. The thing is, they can find instant success, but they're going to have to start with like an FA Cup, not with a league. Barcola to Mbappe has gone out of play. I'm already seeing the tactic already because Mbappe's better off the left. Barcola's received the ball, Mbappe's drifting out wide, so whoever their centre midfielder is pretty much playing in the striker position. So they'll switch around. Obviously, the Dortmund manager used to be Slaven Bilic's assistant at West Ham, of course. I'm kind of rooting for Dortmund to win because I like Dortmund and I don't like PSG just because they are probably the most overhyped European team every year. Every year, people say they're going to win it, and they never do. And they always get overhyped pretty much every year. And it's pretty much always a place where stars go to die. It's like the European Man United. Just a smaller club, I think. I think PSG is smaller than Man United. I wonder if they get the same treatment as people talk about Man City in this league. The way they talk about, I forgot what the word is, how they're manufactured and stuff. Little throw in there to Dortmund. I forgot Hakimi's playing against a former club. Oh, do Dortmund fans not like Terzic then? It must be because of his league run then. Because obviously, I'm not going to do what people do about us and be like, oh, but you're in the Champions League semi-final. I'm assuming it's because of their league form. Because I don't think they're second. Well, they're not second. They're by the second. And usually you feel like Dortmund are going to finish second every year. So I'm assuming it's because of their league form and stuff. Maybe tactics. He can't be doing that well though, because I don't ever see him linked to another job. That Wolf guy's just run into not Wolf. Who's their right back again? It's 28, 26 guy. I remember I haven't remembered the Dortmund team since that 14-15 team with like Lewandowski and that, where they had like Piszczek and Blaszczykowski and all that. What they had Weidenfeller in goal. Marco Reus obviously still there. He's been there for fucking ages. I forgot he's playing midfield for them. They're Goncalo Ramos, not Goncalo Ramos. That's the PSG guy. It's something Ramos. There was a guy called Ramos that played Black Striker that played for Dortmund at the time. He was bald as well. They had Arnie Slot's trim. But I mainly knew them from FIFA, then I started watching them in real life because of European games and stuff. The thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if Dortmund beat PSG just because of PSG's defense. But just because of Mbappe, I can see him dragging them to a final. Here's Jadon Sancho. Oh, he's gone past Mendes. Oh, he nearly went past Fabian as well. Chance and Brent. Oh, let's come off Anthony Taylor. In a Spanish interview, Edson said he was going to go there until Terzic blocked the deal and he was looking at houses. I saw the quotes a couple of months ago about him going to Dortmund because I remember Dortmund being interested then. Because originally, I forgot I think it's Mike something, the Dutch journalist said, I can see West Ham getting him for Edson Alvarez for like 35 million or something. And then we didn't go for him for a while. He ended up being right at the end. And then he was linked to Dortmund. And then he ended up moving to West Ham in the end. And I remember seeing the quotes like a couple months ago about him going to Dortmund, but I didn't hear him talking about Terzic blocking the move. I don't know why they blocked the move. Did they get someone else then? I'm going to assume they got someone else or they couldn't afford it. I remember watching this Barcola guy, for PSG. When they played Newcastle in the group stage, and it was when Newcastle should have won 1-0 and it ended up being 1-1. He was shit at finishing, but he played well against Barcelona. But he's just one of them erratic young guys that I need to watch more of to get a full point of view on Sancho's cross out for a corner. Oh, out for a throw-in, sorry. Oh, Kim and Jay was horrible yesterday, bro. Cruz's pass was beautiful, but the way Vinicius dragged him out, it was just poor, bro. It was just poor. It just looked like basic stuff. This can't have been the same guy that was getting hyped up last season. Adeyemi's done well to cover Hakimi. That's pace for pace, but that was like 21-22 Harry Maguire. I just think he had a terrible game. Obviously, conceded a penalty as well. So overall, a 0 out of 10 performance. And I think a lot of people were talking about that Pavlovic guy should have played instead of that Kim and Jay guy. Oh, Sancho's done well there. He had a 5-yard pass he should have done better with. Sancho's been on the ball a lot. Not afraid to be brave on the ball either. I'm already seeing like a different player with Sancho at Dortmund compared to Man United. People were mad because Tuchel said something about it being poor. Yeah, I saw that. Adeyemi got on the left. She was honest though. Like, it is what it is, man. Obviously, managers go out to interviews to protect their players, but he's leaving at the end of the season. That's probably why I think he said it. I should start the Jose to Dortmund. He would flip the German league, bruv. I think that would be a weird fit. You know, I can't picture Jose at Dortmund. I can't picture that. I could never see Jose go to Dortmund. You know, that would be mad. Oh, they've played out the press well there, Dortmund. You can tell Adeyemi's instructed just to stay on Hakimi because of the match and pace and stuff. Ian Matson's done well there to defend Brandt. It's a bit, sir. Oh, that's a poor pass. What a weird signing Sabitzer was for Man United because he's a good player. It was just weird though. Adeyemi nearly goes through Vitinha. Played well against Barcelona. Dembele wins a foul. One subscriber away from 260, then we can focus on getting 500 again. Yeah, we're really close. So it's been good recently. And hopefully we can start May right, try and up the subscriber count that even we had in April, because in April it was mad. In April we got a lot of subscribers. It's funny, this must have been the first time on this channel where I've streamed 3 days in a row. And I'm probably gonna stream Friday as well. So 4 days in 1 week where I'm streaming. I take back my words when I said PSG's midfield's looking good. Do you know what? It's just Dortmund are just doing so well right now, but on paper their midfield looks good. But do they have like a proper defensive midfield guy? Like, none of them look like defensive midfielders, let's be honest. They're good. They're all three individually good players, but maybe they're missing that Agate guy. I don't know. I don't know whether he's on the bench or not. But apparently he's not that good on the ball. I've only watched him like twice. Oh, Sanchez done well there again. He just looks so much more confident when just playing in a team that's actually structured. Who would have thought? By the way, under the right manager, I'd take Sancho at West Ham, but doing business with Man United is like, oh no. It's befriending a racist. Matt Hummel's still at it, man. Forget that he moved to Bayern and then came back. I hate it when Dortmund let players from Dortmund from their club go to Bayern. Didn't exactly help the Bundesliga, did it? Here's Mbappe. He's got literally no options. It's Hakimi. I think that's Zaire Emery on the ball now. I can see that defense making a mistake. Lucas Hernandez and Kimpembe. I mean, not Kimpembe. And Marquinhos. Marquinhos is another one of these guys. Is a big name, but he's fairly average every time I watch him in the Champions League. Because I don't watch Liga that much. Here's Dembele. Oh, Dembele! Another player that's playing against his former club. I don't know. Sancho looks finished. Sancho's not finished, bro. To be finished, like finished would be like a player that's gone so many places and like he doesn't look good anywhere. Man United just misuse him as they always do with players, man. Based on his old stats in the Bundesliga. Yeah, but He had Haaland, and that was a better Dortmund side. He needs to combine with players. He's one of them players that he likes to have fun playing. Like Elise and Eze at Palace, where they just have fun playing. Like Pakistan and Kudus with us, like they just have fun playing football. Like they're creative, they're technical. He just needs someone to combine with, bro. And I wouldn't look at stats for the full picture of how a player's doing. I'd take him. I'd still take him at West Ham, but obviously under a different manager, under attacking manager. I just don't like. He's not going to do anything at Man United because Man United are a mess and they will always be a mess. Here's Mbappe. Like next season, even though Man United, fucking hell, Sancho, that was risky. Even though it's Man United are going to get a different manager next year, um, they're always going to be a mess because they're still going to have the same players that they still have. Like these players that were there before Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that are still there, they just need to leave. They need a complete new squad. They need to keep Kobe Manu and just slowly integrate new players. They keep the Minus, the Diallos, the players like that. Other than that, they haven't got many players that they really should keep. Because all these big players, all these big names, they may have good stats, but I don't really see many Man United players turn up in big games or loving the feel of playing under the pressure or taking the game by the scruff of the neck. There's no character in there. You have to give him time. He's been off a long break in football. He had a pre-season, then got kicked out. But we still don't know what that was for, really. If it's for training, yeah, if let's say it's for training, that would be bullshit. Now, the reason why I say this, that's a good save from Donnarumma, makes himself big. Brandt, the reason why I'm giving Sancho a play, yeah, their manager said, I'm pretty sure he said the manager was tactics or some shit like that. When they asked why is Sancho not in the squad, they're gonna say unprofessionalism. Ranić was there, he said Sancho was fine. Solskjaer was there, he said Sancho was fine. He played Sancho in the false nine in pre-season. They looked a bit good. They looked actually all right. Never played again. He had a whole pre-season that didn't play. Like when he did play, he wasn't that good. Don't get me wrong, but come on, like let's be honest here. Then he doesn't play for 6 months. Then he's thrown into this Borussia Dortmund side without any pre-season. It's why a lot of people talk about Ivan Toney as well. The stocks are low. Ivan Toney right now, but he didn't have a pre-season. He had a few warm-up games, but next season again, I'd take Ivan Toney. I mean, I've wanted Ivan Toney for fucking years at West Ham, but we could have got him like 4 years ago. I think Sancho should be given a chance under the right structure. I think at Tottenham he'd be perfect. But I don't think Ange would want him because he's not fast. He's not lightning quick. He's not slow, but this Ange Postecoglou just like speed guys, the way they play on the wing. Sancho could definitely play in the Premier League, though. It's just not what Man United fans think he's going to be. Because Man United fans don't know much about football, but they create an image in their head of what something's going to be like. They thought they were going to challenge for the league under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer because they signed Sancho, Ronaldo, and Varane. Those are just three big names that you're just putting into a team. You've also got Rashford there. You've got Bruno Fernandes there. They had a midfielder, Freddie McTominay. They still had Paul Pogba. There was not one defensive midfielder in that team. Harry Maguire was there. He had a howler of a season. They thought Maguire and Varane was a good partnership. Even when Maguire had that season in lockdown, I never liked Maguire. I never liked Maguire even for England. Even though he plays well for England, I've never liked that partnership with Maguire and Stones. And you'll see in the Euros, even though Maguire will put up good performances, it won't be enough for England to win something. Mbappe offside there. Couple the PSG keepers had to pull out a couple of saves so far. I think overall, I think PSG are trying to slow the game down too much. They're just trying to keep the ball. They're just trying to keep the ball and just wait for opportunities. But meanwhile, Dortmund are like, we're at home, we're going to fucking attack you. They're pressing, so you can see their intent. Forget Dembele used to play for them. Another former club for Dembele. Mbappe taking on Chan. He's gone round Chan. He's done well there, Mbappe. He's managed to get past Hummels there, losing the ball. Schlotterbeck with the ball away. Vitinha. Here's Barcola. Hakimi to Dembele is poor. He's had 2 shots now. They've both been quite blatantly off target. But Dembele's still capable of striking the ball. That's just a weird shot. I don't know what he was even trying there. Maatsen to Adeyemi. That's a good dynamic that Dortmund have. They've got Sancho, the guy who wants to combine, create and stuff. They've got Adeyemi, the direct, quick sort of winger, even though he can play up front as well. Mbappe's offside. Don't like Mbappe off the left. I've always preferred to watch Mbappe with like a Giroud type player and him going off the left rather than up front. I meant to say I don't like Mbappe in the middle. Those are the PSG away fans that were just waving their flags. It's a foul. That's rash. Oh, Matson's already got a yellow. That was just rash. Have I seen? Oh, the Wesley guy, the Brazilian guy? I think I saw the goal. Yeah. If we could get that deal done, hopefully he's there for the first team then, because I'm assuming he's like 1920. Corinthians said they've not been approached from West Ham. I think it was Corinthians, so it was one of the Brazilian teams. But if we're looking to sign Brazilians, then go ahead, man. We need a left winger. Yeah, very early yellow. It's very poor. Just sloppy there. I like Ian Matson though. Here's Dembele with the cross. It's not the greatest of crosses, but it's somehow gone back to Fabian. Oh, Dembele! It's been cleared. Lucas Hernandez got a head injury. I think he's bleeding. Did he just break his teeth? I'm not too sure. Definitely bleeding, I think. He wants to go straight back on, but it's not the rules. It wasn't on purpose, but I think he felt like an elbow or like a shoulder right against his face. Is Marquinhos. Lucas Hernandez, I'm pretty sure he's like biting a tissue. I don't know how you can play with that. Not sure how you can play with that. Mbappe, Dembele. He's got to just try and get Matson sent off now. Is Mbappe. It's a weird pass, but It's worked his Mendes. It's actually kind of embarrassing that Mbappe is going on a free. Should have just cashed in when you can. It's a lot of money to miss out on. But then again, would Real Madrid have paid for it? Maybe not. Like Florentina Perez are just different, man. First 20 minutes has been alright. It's been an alright game. It's not been awful. I've seen worse. I've seen way worse. Mendes, that's not a foul. I need to see a goal in this though. There's not been many clear cut chances. I will say that. There's not been many like, oh, that was a big chance. Here's Vitinha. Marquinhos. Vitinha, Mbappe. That's a beautiful back heel. Fabian. Mbappe. That's unlucky there. He couldn't really do much with that pass, to be fair. It's a great back heel though. You see under Ancelotti when he has all that freedom, he's gonna be mad. Like he's gonna play that mad. That's poor from Sancho there. He's got to do better with that. But then that PSG player nearly did the exact same pass. It was Marquinhos, Hakimi. It's Barcola. Man said low Liverpool quadruple. Yeah, yeah, that was never gonna happen, was it? It's not even the quadruple either. But they only won the Carabao Cup. That's why people are talking on Klopp like that. I can't see PSG score from other than a counter attack. Yeah, they're just the problem is that like because they're away from home, they're just slowing down the games too much. They're just because Luis Enrique's teams obviously they love to control the ball and stuff, but they're just passing very slow. They're just waiting for Dortmund to come to them and just waiting for an opening. But it's not really doing much. Here's Dembele, Kimi. Buying tickets to hotels to Ireland, that's funny, yeah. That's pure stupidity. That's pure cockiness. They weren't looking for Bayer Leverkusen Liverpool final. It'll be interesting to see the Europa League as well. Europa League's on Thursday as well, so obviously I'm just going to be watching Dortmund and Tottenham, Chelsea, and darts. So we'll see what happens there. Here's Sancho. Like with Liverpool as well, there's always like high expectation. They always like kind of just falter under their targets as well. Like I'm not too sure about Liverpool sometimes, honestly. Man like Mendes. I haven't seen Mendes go forward once. The fact that Nuno Mendes has been used is just like in this game. I don't watch PSG week in week out, so I don't know if Mendes has been used like this all the time. But surely because of his pace, like he can be used to go a bit more forward than he is. He's kind of just sitting slightly inside for possession reasons, and it's kind of like, well, he's not really that type of player. That's a great tackle from Schlotterbeck. Here's Campbell to Hummels. So a lot of space for their right back. What is it, Ryerson? White Ryerson. Book the hotel to Istanbul. I remember that after the Champions League final, the last one they did. The guy Klopp was rattled. You can tell Klopp's always rattled in interviews, but yeah, book the hotel to Istanbul. And then they got battered again by Real Madrid. I'm pretty sure that was the season after when they put five past them. Because foreign teams don't care about what stadium is what and all that. They are not afraid of Anfield in Europe. They're like, well, it's just any stadium to us. That's why teams in this country always lose at Anfield because it's just like, oh, it's Anfield. We must be afraid. We must do this, and we must overthink. You see, teams in Europe, they don't care. That's why Atalanta won. That's why Atalanta beat them. That's what you got to go with the attitude with. You can't just overthink because of the stadium you're playing in, but you also can't be too naive either. Okay, now this fucking other microphone that I have keeps coming down. It's so annoying. Book the hotel to Istanbul. We are coming back. What a stupid thing to say to your fans that are actually naive enough to believe you and book the hotel to Istanbul a year later. That's a beautiful touch from Sancho, by the way. He done some good things, done some bad things in this match. Oh, he's gone past Mendes. Oh, he's done so well there. Brand! It's a great block. It's a great block. Sancho's played well, though. Bigger fish to fry. Yeah, that was Arsenal fans last year. I don't think they'll win the league this year, but they've done better than last year. They've got to a further stage. I'm pretty sure this time last year they were drawing to us and Liverpool and Southampton, losing to Forest and Brighton, losing to City. Sancho's done Mendes a couple times this game. Started off really well. He needs to do the basic passing, just a couple 5-yard passes been off. But other than that, pardon me, excuse me, he's contributed really well. Brand to put the corner in. And Spurs top of the league in October trophy. Yeah, do you know what the Spurs cycle is? The Spurs cycle is the new manager bounce, they do really well. Then the manager doesn't get backed. Then Levy out. Then they sack their manager. And then the cycle goes on. New manager bounce, doesn't get backed. Levy out, sack the manager. New cycle. Happens all the time. If Ange Postecoglou wants to succeed, he needs to overhaul that whole attack. That whole attack that they have. PSG now playing out. Yeah, Dortmund. That the thing it reminds me of the game of yesterday. PSG will be happy because they're not losing away from home. They're coming up with a positive score right now. But I still think Dortmund have been slightly better, but they wouldn't be happy because they're not in the lead. And ultimately, to be honest with you, it's not really about performances in this stage of the season or in these competitions either. It's about results, about trophies, about getting over the line. Oh, Mendes has slipped trying to get to Sancho. Sancho's just going around the outside. Like, he's actually doing so well. Adeyemi's been pinned back a lot because of Hakimi and stuff. He just got Dembele off the ball very easily. That's very good tracking back. That's clearly what their managers wanted. It's clearly what their managers instructed Adeyemi to do. Go and help out Ian Matson. Go and just don't let Hakimi get past you. Don't let Dembele get past you. Simple as that. Simple as that. Lucas Hernandez, they're panicking up on the back a little bit. Matson, good interception there, good anticipation. Oh, Emre Can, man. You're not Emre Can trying to turn smooth. You're not that guy, man. PSG on the counter. Spurs sacked the manager before the final, so the players don't get win bonuses. Do you know what it is? I wouldn't be surprised if Daniel Levy came out and said that, because that'll be typical Daniel Levy. And as you said, Blank earlier, PSG could probably only score from counter attacks. That was actually a good chance for them to try and take the lead there. But they just completely fluffed it. Oh, Hakimi's done well there. He's gone past Matson so easily. That's well done from Schlotterbeck again. Matson's afraid. He's let that yellow card get to his head now. He just let Hakimi go past him like that. There's no point of him being there if he's being there on the pitch at that moment if he's going to let him do that. Mbappe's combined well there with Emery. Oh, Adeyemi again. Their wingers, the Dortmund wingers have been the main guys today. Adeyemi for the tracking back and Jadon Sancho for just the 1v1s. He got in front of Hakimi. He done so well there defensively. And obviously that was, as I've said multiple times already, that's a clear instruction from their manager. Ryerson. Sabitzer, that's a beautiful long ball. Adeyemi's Ian Matson. Oh, there's a ball over the top. It's lovely. It's full cook. He's through. It's 1-0 to Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund are 1-0 up. That pass was beautiful. I couldn't believe how much space he had, but you've seen a couple of times that they've tried to play the offside trap. Wow. Borussia Dortmund are 1-0 up. Who was it earlier that out of you two that said that Dortmund could... Yeah, Blank, you said Dortmund could win today. The thing is, I said 2-1, but you just never know with PSG, and they're going to review this, but that looks onside. I think Marquinhos has played him onside. That's a beautiful touch as well. It's a great pass, and I mean, Donnarumma, man, like, I reckon he could do better than that, I'm not even trying to take the piss, but I reckon he could do better than that. That's a great two-touch sort of thing. That's a proper striker's finish, when the striker just like all he needs is two touches. Like there was no pressure from the defender. He was just like, yeah, do you know what? I'm going to do that. And Lucas Hernandez, he seemed a bit passive in his defending, but can't take credit away from Fulkirk there, man. But one thing about Kylian Mbappe is that he can pull anything out of the bag, so this game is far from done. But it's about time we saw a goal. Beautiful celebrations, by the way, from Dortmund, like just the way their fans celebrate. That's a great two-touch goal, man. Full crook, I should say, not full cook. But Sebastian Haller is not fit, so gotta rely on him. Lucas Hernandez is injured apparently. That was beautiful. That was a great finish. Great pass as well. Great pass over the top. What the fuck is going on with my Twitter? See how PSG respond. Because now they got to come out of their shell a little bit, but they don't want to go full gung ho to make it like to accidentally make it like a 2-0 sort of thing. All right, I kicked off again. Let's see if Lucas Hernandez is also going to come off or not as well. It's actually been a decent game so far, but that needed a goal. That definitely needed a goal. Is Adeyemi? Matson. PSG already putting a little bit more pressure on. Hernandez doesn't look fully fit. I feel like they're going to wait until half time to make another substitution. Or make a substitution. Oh, Dembele. Hakimi. Great defending again from Schlotterbeck. He's been very good. I really enjoy watching this Schlotterbeck guy. Just that no nonsense defending, that front footed defending, man. I enjoy that kind of stuff. There's a good art to it. Adeyemi's going to be fucking cooked by the end of this game, man. PSG looking bang average starting from the manager. It's funny you say that, yeah? And I know you've probably got a bit of Real Madrid bias towards that opinion, yeah? But I've never rated Luis Enrique that much. I've always thought even his football was quite boring. Like, you know, when that Spain team in the World Cup, that was one of the most boring teams I've watched in the World Cup ever. Like, it was so boring, like the way they were passing. It's not like they were passing with intent or anything. Lucas Hernandez just got down again. Like, I just thought it was poor, man. It was just poor. I never enjoyed watching it. Never enjoyed watching it. I'm gonna see if I can edit the title of the stream. Wonder if it'll let me do that. But yeah, PSG have always been bang average. They've just been overhyped every year. But listen, the tie is far from over. Like, they did it against Barcelona. Can they do it against Dortmund? I don't know. Dortmund look like more of a team, though. It's interesting that their managers come under pressure. It's interesting. Lucas Hernandez looks fucked. I don't know what centre backs they have on the bench. They have a guy called Beraldo, apparently. I've never really heard of this guy. Fucking hell, he really looks like his brother, innit? Lucas Beraldo. Let's see how good this guy is. He's got to keep it down to 1. Just gonna clean my glasses because it needs cleaning. Make sure to smash the likes, people, and subscribe if you're new. And if you aren't new, share it to somebody who isn't subscribed. Trying to get to 500 before the end of the year. PSG losing 1-0 has been a good game so far. Dortmund have kind of deserved it. PSG started with a lot of the ball at the start, but now they've got to come out their shell a bit to see if they can get a positive result still, going back to the Parc des Princes, or however the fuck you pronounce it. PSG lost the ball. It's Sancho. Trying to go through Mendes there. That didn't work that time. PSG passing out the back. Not really under much pressure here. They can pass through that. You'd expect a Luis Enrique side to be comfortable in possession anyway. It's Marquinhos. Kimi. It's Dembele. Still don't know what foot Dembele is till this day. Sometimes he takes stuff with his left, sometimes with his right. Fulcook could have put Sancho behind there. Fulcook. Matt Hummels, the experienced man. Oh, he done well there. Sancho to Hummels. Oh, that's Dortmund have done well there with that in general. Is Fulcook. It's a good ball, a good diagonal ball there. Adeyemi. Oh, Sabitzer, Fulcook again. Sabitzer! Oh, it's a save. Adeyemi. Oh, no, he's never gonna get a penalty from that. Never gonna get a penalty from that. It's Mbappe. Schlotterbeck's got that. It's Mbappe. That's a terrible shot, but he slipped. I think that was Emery. That was a chance for Dortmund again. That was the biggest chance of the game apart from the goal. That's comfortable for Donnarumma though. It wasn't exactly a range where you couldn't get it. He's tall enough as it is. Good save though. Fair enough. Don't think that's ever going to get given as a penalty, and I'm sure it was checked, but I don't. Yeah, that shouldn't be a pen. That's an awkward pass from Brandt. What's he doing? Oh, Corbell has done. How the fuck is he had the composure to do that? I don't know. 4 minutes at a time for the first half. Sancho. I forgot their right back's name. Full crook to Sabitzer. His Brandt is just behind Brandt. That's a good tackle. Obviously, the ref gives a foul though because it's Anthony Taylor. Probably didn't get the ball that much, but whatever. As long as you play acts, you get the foul. To be fair, that is a foul. Looking back at it on a replay. It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. Looking back at it, it's not a penalty. Imagine getting knocked out of the Champions League by Dembele. Another shot at Barcelona. That's the funniest image of when Dembele was just smiling on the bench afterwards. When he was just smiling on the bench afterwards, that was a funny image. You come back to haunt his club like that, just getting booed constantly. Did it in their own stadium as well. Well, Kylian Dembele does well there. Just cleared away those. Do you know what? Even though the ball's been in dangerous areas when it comes to Dortmund's box, it's still been quite comfortable for their defense to clear things. If I'm a Dortmund fan watching this, I'd be happy with this. I'd be happy with it so far. Just if you could get another goal, you give yourself more comfortability there. Nice and balanced. Barcola's asking the foul from that. Jesus Christ. Is that a yummy? They just got to make sure they don't concede before half time, and Dortmund are fine right now. 1-0. That's a decent scoreline to take back with you. Oh, that's a beautiful pass from Hummels. Sancho Adeyemi. Just keeping the ball. Sancho goes where he wants in this team. He's kept the ball well there. Oh, Matson. Done so well. Oh, well done, Matson. That's a foul as well. And they'll have time to take this free kick. PSG need a red and a penalty to win this one. Maybe that was it all along with that Barcelona game. That's poor from Hakimi. It's Brent. It's a bit fucking hell. It's half time there, I think. Half time 1-0. Half time 1-0 so far. Quite clearly deserved as well. Quite clearly deserved from Borussia Dortmund. They've been the better team overall. A lot of people are going to be looking at Mbappe, but um, there's 11 players on that pitch. Big up Jadon Sancho, though. He's played really well. Good to see him. Jadon Sancho's doing well. You got to get out of Man United permanently. If you're Jadon Sancho right now, you just got to leave Man United. Just leave. Even if it's another loan, just they can't be near there. And also, Schlotterbeck has been absolutely magnificent. Schlotterbeck has been class all game. Just from that pass alone, and even just the no nonsense defending that he's offering, just the tackles, the front foot defending, the ability to constantly stop attacks that PSG are creating as well. Like he's been class. He's been absolutely class. Ugh. I think As long as Dortmund keep defending like this, I mean, let's be honest. Uh, PSG aren't really stretching them. They're not really offering anything different. As you said right here, mate, PSG need to create space for the counter attack. Like this slowing the game down nonsense. You got to have a good defense to slow the game down in attack because try to be too patient, man. I'm not saying go gung ho, but Jesus Christ, it could be better than this. Like all the best players on the pitch that, and all the man the matches that anyone here can think of, we're mainly looking at players that are playing for Borussia Dortmund rather than PSG. And PSG are the team that's always hyped up every year to go and do something, but always the team that falls short. And everyone's like, oh, they could do something this year. Every year, man. Every year. Like, even if they got to the final, they're probably going to get to the final against Real Madrid. And Real Madrid are Real Madrid. Then they will deal with PSG quite comfortably. Like honestly, did let me look at the benches. Let me look at the benches because I need to see if PSG can change this, man. Because it's not looking good. It is not looking good. They've got Ramos. They've got Colin. Just put one of them up front. Put Mbappe on the left. Who's even playing on the left? And then Barcola. They don't. They don't really need Barcola or shoot out of the box, but they don't have that kind of play. They don't. They don't. They don't have anyone that shoots outside the box. They don't have anyone that's offering anything different. It's where Luis Enrique football falters because they don't create anything different. They don't, as I said, they don't stretch teams either. I feel like PSG is going to be a lot of side to side, maybe a one occasional 1v1 by Dembele, an occasional drift out the left sort of chance from Kylian Mbappe, but overall, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure they're going to. I'm not too sure they could get a goal now. I said this about Bayern yesterday. And they scored in the first 2 minutes. It's probably one of the few times where I actually want the volume on as well because of the whole yellow wall. Like Dortmund are they're just different, man. And this is the difference with when Sancho's in a good environment. He's got chances to combine with people as well. Literally nothing in football has happened today in terms of news. I'm looking up for trying to football news now. There's literally nothing's happened. Newcastle remain interested in Tosin Adebayo as free agent, but it's still not a done deal at this stage. Tosin is considering several options, and the race remains open with Newcastle among clubs keen. Okay, so it's not over yet, but I don't know whether we're interested. I mean, I made the video earlier about why West Ham are going to miss out on Tosin Adebayo. I mean, why they'll regret it. And I get it's not like some world class player or anything, but you gotta if there's a cheap deal where you could have some gem that's way beyond the actual price, then you got to take those opportunities. That ball, by the way, from Schlotterbeck, like that's a great. That's what when you see that in the centre back, the passing and the defending like that. I mean, PSG's line there, like they're highlighting it there. Yeah, Marquinhos is slightly further forward. Marquinhos and Hakimi. Well, sorry, Lucas Hernandez is slightly further forward than the other three defenders. There's no chemistry in that defensive line. There's no organization. There's no communication. That's why it's so easy for the ball over the top. And Fulkrook is not. He's not even like this mad fast player, but it just takes a normal run, one touch finish, bang. Like that's too easy. But it's also a fantastic finish. Like not fantastic, but it's fantastic forward play. It's fantastic striker play. That's proper number 9 play. The second half is obviously next. PSG needs to do a lot more. Obviously, it's not over. They can easily go back to their ground and batter them, but that's the thing. If Dortmund come here with a win, they could be like, all they need to do now is break us down at their ground. So, and I can't. The thing is, for me, Dortmund have to capitalize on the fact that PSG are way off the mark as well. They're way off the mark. Like if they get a couple more goals, they can be so happy with the fact that they're going back to PSG with that kind of result. And I don't see them winning at PSG either. That's going to be difficult. Make sure to smash the likes, people. Subscribe if you're new. Social medias obviously are always in description of normal videos on the channel as well. Try and grow every sort of platform that we have. But also, I'd like to put out there that I wanted Ian Maatsen at West Ham. People are like, oh, he can't defend. And yeah, he got a rash yellow, but he's also playing well. There's still a chance, though. 35 million release clause. Don't renew Cresswell's contract. Just go and get Ian Maatsen. Just go and get Ian Maatsen. For the love of God, just go and get Ian Maatsen. Chelsea are looking at another left back anyway. Maatsen knows he's not going to have a chance at Chelsea. And they're going to have to sell one of Chilwell Cucurella because both of them are fucking shit. Mainly Chilwell. Chilwell was the 3 at the back merchant. Cucurella is good at drifting inside and stuff like that, but fucking hell, man, I'm getting old. Marcelo's son signed with Madrid, 2009 born. Oh my god, 2009. Oh no, 2009. 2009. That means he's 15. Or he's 15 this year. I'm 20 and I feel old. Marcelo's son. I remember watching Marcelo week in, week out, or year in, year out in the Champions League and El Clasicos. Now Marcelo's son is signing. You know when I realized, I said this on my stream with Alfie on Monday. When I realized I was getting too old was when I started, when wonder kids and breakthrough prospects were younger than me. And that stopped in like 2021. That started like but from 2021 onwards, I realised I'm too old now. I'm too old. Like Bellingham is in my age group. That is not fair. That is not fair. Yeah, I was here. You heard this. You heard what I said, like on the stream, bro. Honestly, Bellingham is in my age group, man. Bellingham's playing for Real Madrid. I'm streaming to you lot. Fucking hell, man. He's a month older than me. I'm born in July. This guy's born in June. I'm pretty sure I looked it up in the Euros. Fucking hell, man. He was 18 in the last Euros. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I'm not happy with that. I'm not happy. That's not fair. I don't even want to think about what other footballers are in my age group. I don't even want to think about that because a lot of them will probably be playing Champions League football and winning titles. I'm not happy about that. Fucking hell, man. Bellingham. He had a stinker yesterday as well. All that news article came out about Bellingham's been playing with an injury or something like that. PR's ridiculous, man. I'm in Mbappe age group. Yeah, that's long, man. Just even thinking about that, I remember when I was like, I don't know, would have been like 13 or 12 or 11 and just seeing prospects that are like 5 years older than me. And I'm just like, fucking hell, they're only 5 years older than me. And now I'm older than these. I'm older than Kobe Mainu, bro. That shouldn't be a thing. Like, that shouldn't be allowed. I'm older than him. I'm older than Kobe Mainu. I'm older than Archie Gray and these fucking ballers coming through, man. I'm older than like most of the West Ham FA Youth Cup winning side, man. I'm older than them. Oh god. Oh god. Players are coming back out soon, coming out of the tunnel. Oh god. I'm not happy about that. Players are finally coming out of the tunnel now. We're going to get ready for the second half. We'll see how PSG react. Oh, God. All right, second half's about to start. Dortmund will kick off. We'll see how PSG react, whether Dortmund can counter on. Dortmund already on the attack here. Ryerson. That was barely a foul. if PSG want to stay in it, it's just I feel like they're the kind of teams that just self-destruct with their own players. Like make a mistake on the ball, be too complacent. It's Barcola, Mbappe. Dembele taking on Matson. How's Matson dealing with this? He's done well to square on there. Schlotterbeck again. Schlotterbeck again, man. Been my man of the match so far, Schlotterbeck. Not even just because of the assists, just general defending. He's been absolutely great. Oh, it's Mendes. Barcola. Straight at Cabell. Straight at him. They got to test the keeper better than that. They got to test the keeper better than that for sure. Oh, shit. Didn't mean to change the background there. Like, you just think that every year we have the same use your hips when you shoot, boy. You got to open up your body to shoot better than that. Like I feel like we have the same conversation about PSG every season, where we talk about the talent they have in the squad, they should be doing better and all that with every manager. But isn't it the same with Man United, where they just got to move out certain players to like get rid of them, etc. Get rid of all this conversation about them buying young players and stuff. They've got rid of two egos instead of like in terms of Neymar and Messi. But once they get rid of Mbappe, and like as much as they may invest into like a team, it might not be built around one person. There's no individuality, no individual quality. It's not like Mbappe's a moments player either. Dembele been intercepted by Schlotterbeck there. That's a poor pass again. When I was literally just talking about them self-destructing from their own mistakes on the ball, Beraldo's just giving it away. Adeyemi. Oh, Sancho slipped as well. Sancho, please. That's a good tackle. See, this is what PSG do. They just give away the ball themselves. Emery had to cover for that. Zaire Emery. Adeyemi had Marquinhos on toast. Had him on toast with pace. Had him on toast completely. Zaire with the clearance, that corner really didn't filter to nothing. But that Mbappe touch in the air did nothing either. Sancho to Chan. Chan sloppy on the ball there. Now they can turn over. This is where we're talking about counter attacks. Can they counter attack from this? And Mendes on the ball. Dembele. Hakimi. Now this is Mbappe territory. This is where Mbappe turns up. Mbappe, eyes off the post. Jesus Christ. Mbappe again. Oh, he's dropped him. It's good defending though. Oh my god, they've hit the post again. Mendes. What the fuck? They just hit the post twice. See, this is why Mbappe needs to play off the left though. Like, did you get into more positions like that? What the hell? As soon as Mbappe gets off the left, he hits the post from there. That's an Mbappe finish. Even that and the reverse finish that he likes to do in the near post. Those are the default finishes he does. Then he hit the post again. It was an unlucky shot. It was an unlucky shot. But this is why you play him off the left. I don't understand. Is Dembele and Matson just cutting it out. Matson defending well there. Dembele's been quiet, man. He's been quiet. He's kind of been a bit predictable as well. He's ran and just gone round the outside on his right foot. Oh, that's an awful short corner, by the way. Gave an advantage and went back. That's a terrible short corner. That's one of the worst short corners ever. Now Fabian Ruiz has got a yellow card. He literally just... They can never achieve anything. Without Mbappe, they are like a good team, nothing special. This is the thing as well, that they can't even reinvest money, Mbappe money into it. They probably got money every season, but there's no Mbappe money to reinvest into the team. They're just going to have to go with these random guys. I know they're interested in Osimhen and all that. I don't see Osimhen leaving. Barcola. Now Mbappe again is straight at Cabell. Maybe it'll be better for Luis Enrique to just coach the team without Mbappe, but that defense is horrific. They need defenders. They need defenders and a target man. Well, I say a target man. They got to make it work with Kolo Muani and Ramos, really, because they spent money on both of them. There's loans to buy for Ramos and all that. But come on, like, get a good left winger then. Then again, they'll say, oh, we've got Barcola and Dembele and all that. Then it should be fine then if you got all these players, but they need to reinvest. I see Goncalo Ramos and Kolo Muani leaving quite soon, even though they've just joined. Is Barcola. PSG got a free kick. They're taking it short. This is the problem, though. They've had a free kick there. They've taken it short. All they've been doing is passing short. They've got to switch it up. Dembele should never start. He just scored versus Barca in the league. I think 3 goals. Yeah, for a winger that's at the top of the league, obviously stats are stats in it. So I haven't watched him, so I can't really judge him. But 3 goals sounds bad for. Oh, that's a beautiful cross. How has he missed? That was a beautiful cross. That just bounced off Fabian and went out. But yeah, 3 goals for a team that's top of the league. It's not great. That's a beautiful cross, by the way, from Hakimi. That run from Fabian. He tries to head it low, such an awkward place to fall to, I guess. Honestly, no idea. That's their chance right there. That's their chance. Same way where Donnarumma was forced into a save when Dortmund had that chance. It was exactly like that for PSG as well. It's a bit to Sancho. It's a good tackle. Hakimi. See, they don't. Like Luis Enrique teams aren't really a counter-attacking team because they run there and then they just slow the game down again. Everyone wants the ball to feet. There's no switch up. There's no. There's no plan. Not even plan B. There's just. It's just everything's just one dimensional with this whole team. I fully thought that Mbappe shot was in. Fully thought that was it. That was the goal right there. And they hit the post again. How unlucky do you get to hit both posts in the same attack? Mendes done well to try and win the ball out of the pitch there, but now he's out of position. Sancho, it's very smart from Sancho there. So shot is blocked. Like Nuno Mendes was doing the right thing, but yeah, greedy. Yeah, yeah. I guess go for Gloria. Maybe Brandt wanting that. Got a corner though. PSG the kind of team to concede from corners. Brandt taking the corner. That was clearly a routine there. I got the idea, but didn't work. Dortmund still got it though. Good defending there from Hakimi. That's been booted up though. Oh, it's fallen to Brandt. Oh, it's terrible. Terrible shot. Just swiped at it. No composure whatsoever. It's Marco Reus. I was gonna check out Marco Reus on the bench, but because my thing's delayed, he's gonna spoil the score for me. It's Schlotterbeck. Oh, Sancho. Sancho. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, he should have scored full quick. Again, Sancho's done so well though. Who is injured, bro? What, is Julian Brandt injured? Sancho just going past Mendes like that. He's had him on toast. Why can't he offer that explosiveness at Man United? Maybe it's the team. It might just be Man United, believe it or not. Talent killers. Dembele to Hakimi there. Matson again intercepted it. Hakimi's been poor. Hakimi's been poor. And again, Brandt has probably been the worst Dortmund player on the pitch. Oh, Chan's put Hummels under pressure there. Jesus Christ. They don't need to pass out like this, man. Champions League semi-final, just don't need to do that. Manage the game a bit, man. Mendes. Oh, Royce is injured. Of course he is. Unfortunate. Because I was going to say, if he was fit, surely he'd start with Brand. I know he's like 33 now, but Jesus Christ, Brand's not that good. Poor guy, Royce, man. He could have had a great career if he wasn't injured all the time. It's a beautiful ball there. Adeyemi can count on that. Oh, he hasn't got the strength for Kibi, though. Oh, you don't want it in a foot race with Adeyemi, you know. Schlotterbeck. Oh, they've got space here. They've got space. Brad, take him on. Oh, Joe, that's decent. Full Quick is unlucky there because he won't get the penalty for that, but he was pushed. Because you can't do that. You can't do that. Really, that should be a penalty because he gets pushed. By the way, Mbappe's been dealt with by their centre backs. Hummels has played well. Nice experienced performance from Hummels. Sancho. Go on, Brandt, take him on. I would love it. I would love it, as Kevin Keegan says, if Dortmund went through. I know it'll probably be less interesting Champions League final, but honestly, who cares? Like, PSG weren't going to do anything in the Champions League final. Is that Kolo Muani coming on? Oh, that's beautiful. That's a beautiful one, too. See, you don't get that, Man United, do you? Good pass to Matson. Oh, that's poor. It's a foul. Definitely a foul. Trips him up, kind of stabs at the back of his foot as well. Don't know how that's not a yellow, if I'm being completely honest. Finally, Marcolo's coming off. And Mirani was on. If they could go through, they could win it. They won't beat you lot. If it's Dortmund versus Bayern, I reckon Dortmund win it, but they won't beat you lot because you guys are going to go through. And then if Dortmund get through, they don't. Neither team have a chance with Real Madrid. Interesting tactic. That's over the bar. Looked offside anyway. I think that you're the most reasonable West Ham fan ever. Do you know what? I'd fucking hope so. I'd fucking hope so. There's not many. With momentum, they can be scary. They can, but you're Real Madrid. Do you know what is with being the most reasonable West Ham fan? I'd like to think I am. I like to think I'm very reasonable. I just see stuff, and if I don't like it, I don't like it. If I like it, I like it. Simple as that. I don't care about favoritism and all that. I don't care about that stuff. If you perform like shit, you perform like shit, and you can get it on this channel. Sancho has had such a good game, but Schlotterbeck has been my man of the match. Just the defense, like even Hummels could be up there. Matson's been good. Fulcrook has been good. Emre Can's been all right. Like Dortmund, this is a performance they can be proud of, but they probably wish that they maybe got more shots off, maybe tested the keeper a little bit more. I know PSG are a hard team to dominate, but they've outplayed them. That's a great turn from Fulcrook. Like the defender hasn't met him there. Sabitz has been all right, but it's mainly been the wingers and the centre backs for Dortmund that have been great. Like the way they're passing in between the lines, PSG are just not putting any pressure on them at all. And PSG haven't done anything with it. PSG need a counter-attacking manager. And just need to sign fast players. And that's their identity. Sancho again. Sancho just in his element, just drifting. What do you think about West Ham Fan Channel personally? I trust West Ham Fan TV. I like West Ham Fan TV. They're cool, man. I like quite a few West Ham Fan channels, to be fair. I know Claret and Booze get a lot of hate, but I've started to watch them a bit. I think Habershot are good. West Ham Unofficial, they're good as well, especially Jake. Um, those are the ones I watch. Like, well, ones I have watched. I've watched a bit of West Ham Network. There's a lot. There's Babbling Irons. There's Bear. I think people should just try and subscribe to most West Ham channels and just see what type of content they like from there. Because I'm not really trying to. I'll be honest, yeah. I'm always going to talk West Ham on this channel. I'm going to slowly transition into talking about football in general, talking about other teams as well. Because I want to branch out. I can't keep myself in a box. But I will always talk West Ham on this channel. Because it's very hard for someone to just blow up by just talking about one club. I'm the most pessimistic Real Madrid fan. I'm only relieved when I see the trophy in our hands. Do you know what? If West Ham won the same amount of trophies as Real Madrid, I would still be pessimistic. I'm naturally pessimistic as a West Ham fan, but I don't see the point in having false hope either. Like I've got false hope in Amarim coming to West Ham. I don't think it's actually going to happen though. Conor Mawani's come on, but he's playing more off the left than fucking Mbappe. I don't get it. So yeah, you'll see. Hopefully, like because with the watch-alongs, with like the match reactions to other games as well. I'm trying to put more effort into talking about other teams, and because of what West Ham are like in the transfer window, I think in general, I'm going to try and talk about just general transfers that happen in football as well, like especially in the Premier League. It's going to be probably mainly a Premier League channel, but just in general a football channel because I think that's the best way to get out there, the best way to have your own USP sort of thing. Because your own USP is your personality in this football thing. Sancho's done well there. Sabitzer, like, because this is like the step this year was streaming. Now it's mainly branching out. Because this is the thing, you can get opportunities when being a fan of a Big Six club, yeah. Because the Big Six club holds its own audience in itself, but you're never going to get anywhere really, like to a proper high level in itself. By for me, just talking about West Ham in general, if you want to get to a certain level, because there's already people out there that oh shit, Dembele has been cleared, but there's only a certain level that you can get where you can be where you're a West Ham fan and you just blow up in a certain stage. And people already have West Ham representatives that they want. So I'm just trying to like branch out and stuff because I can talk about more than just West Ham. It's a great save, by the way, from Cabell. Yeah, there's only like joy is there's a lot of West Ham fan channels, but on the YouTube scene to like properly blow up, there's not a lot of mainstream like West Ham channels. Like the big ones are West Ham Fan TV, Hammers Chat, and Claret and Booze. They're the big ones, I think. Like E20 Zone, like um, West Ham Network, and all that. Like, there's a few big ones, but we're all trying to. I don't know, man. Like, there's only a certain level you can get to by just doing stuff to do with West Ham. Like, the point is to find your identity on this YouTube thing, and I'm slowly gonna get there. And obviously, I'm a West Ham fan. I'm gonna talk about West Ham, but I'm also gonna talk about other teams as well. Oh, Vitinha, that's a poor touch. See, this is what I mean. Again, PSG are self-destructing. Full crook. Adeyemi. Brandt. Sancho. Oh, he's gone past Mendes. And again, oh, he should have crossed it there. This is the problem. He bought Kolo Muani, but he hasn't moved into the middle. This is weird. He needs to be in the middle because then you get Mbappe on the left. Do you know what? To be fair to Anthony Taylor, yeah, for once, I actually think he's refereed a good game. Like yesterday was a good refereed game. I don't like to talk about referees, like good or bad, but he's actually been better than I expected him to because he's fucking awful in the Premier League. Don't know why he's so good today. He can't be good more often, man. He's been awful ever for as long as I've been watching football. How do you hear me? Foul on Hakimi, I guess. Make sure to leave a like as you're coming in. Trying to grow this shit, man. Oh, Hilarious on the bench. Or is he just injured and he's just travelled? Because I saw a report from like French news that he was injured for both legs. Koulibaly could start a counter here. Mbappe's had nothing all game. But that's all down to Dortmund's defence, to be honest with you. And this PSG team stylistically just look off. They just look off. Like they're trying to counter, but their manager, the way they set them up, he doesn't counter. It doesn't counter at all. Here's Mbappe. PSG are passing very nonchalant, but they're the ones that need the goal. I don't understand PSG. I've never understood PSG ever. Hakimi, Dembele, he hasn't done anything. This whole right hand side has been shit. Well, both sides of the fucking PSG attack have been shit. Vitinha to Mbappe. Good pass. It's deflected out for another corner. Been a few corners this game. If you're Dortmund, you're probably fucking. You're probably nervous right now. See, all of this just that they've taken all their set pieces short. That's terrible. They haven't switched it out once. This is why PSG are losing all the time. Or losing in this game. They haven't got a hold of this game. I told you Dembele is useless. In general, bro, I've never rated Dembele. I can promise you I've never rated him, but you expect someone to kill off the momentum, just carry the momentum from the previous leg, but he just hasn't. But maybe you was right earlier as well about the penalty and the red card for PSG in general. PSG are fucking shit, man. Mendes to Vitinha. Ball over the top for Hakimi. This could be a chance there. Oh my god. Who scored and assisted? Schlotterbeck assisted for Fulkirk. Listen, Dembele missed again. That was a chance. That was a big chance. It was a Fuego. It was a ball over the top from Schlotterbeck, and then Fulkirk took 2 touches and just slapped it. And Dortmund have deserved the lead in general. PSG have had a couple of chances, but they haven't deserved to get another goal. Dortmund should be looking to get another goal. I don't think this will be enough to fully go through the tie, so PSG won't play like this at their ground. But yeah, wait, Royce is here, bro. Royce is not injured. Royce is on the bench. He's about to come on. He must have come back from an injury then. Like the way PSG are playing, you wouldn't have thought that they needed a goal. Koulibaly's done nothing since he's come on, but again, like I just everything about this PSG team is just off. Hakimi, Mbappe, Dembele again. Vitinha is wide. Would you take Solanke? I would. I would take Solanke, but obviously I don't. I would take any. I wouldn't take anyone, but anyone that I say I would take, all under a different manager. But Solanke would be expensive, and I reckon he wouldn't. Um, I reckon he wouldn't come to us. He might wait for a bigger move if he was going to leave Bournemouth. Maybe because I remember I saw the news about an injury. Yeah, maybe. Like, because Royce is always injured, so I wouldn't be surprised if you saw news about an injury. Because I saw news about Haller being injured, but it looks like he's on the bench as well. Yeah, with Solanke, bro, I think because Bournemouth are pretty much closed in on us, they could probably they'll probably finish above us. I don't think he's going to move to us. I don't think he will move to us. That's another player that we've been linked with like 2 or 3 years. That's one of the English players that I take, but we're just always showing interest. We're not actually fucking doing anything about it. And we need a striker this summer. I just don't know who we're going to get. If we don't go with a striker, we're also finished. 10 minutes left, pretty much, plus added time, and it would be typical PSG to get something from this, you know. With West Ham's targets as well, pretty much we need like at least like 8 players. I'm being deadly serious because we need like at least 2 centre backs. Oh, Sancho. Oh, it's been blocked. That's a great block from Marquinhos. Sancho with again. Oh, it's over the bar. But we need a left winger. We need at least 1 or 2 centre backs. We need a left back. We need a right back. At least 1 or 2 right backs, in my opinion. We need a number 10 because Paqueta's going to leave. And we need a striker. And we need a number 8. And if Flynn Downs leaves, we need a number 6. We pretty much need a whole new team. So I'm not a fan of our squad either right now. As much as I think the manager is doing a dog shit job. I'm not a fan of a few of these players either. I think a lot of these players could leave with him, hopefully. Johnson's gone. Cresswell is probably getting a new contract. I'm hopeful that Cresswell thinks that we're disrespecting him and he just fucks off because I don't give a shit. Ogbona's done. Zuma's done. Again, I don't trust, but I'll give him a chance under a different manager. Souček is done. Well, Souček has never been good for me. Never been good apart from the first season for me. Sufar's done. What players would you take from the teams that are going down? Hypothetically, let's say it's the 3 promoted teams going down. I'd take Josh Cullen back from Burnley. I wouldn't really take many players from Burnley unless that Koleosho guy is going to come back fully fit, that left winger, or maybe that Odebear guy from Burnley. From Sheffield United, I probably wouldn't take anyone apart from maybe Gustavo Harmer. I don't think Cameron Archer is good enough to be a main striker, and him and Antonio wouldn't be good enough as striking options. I think Cameron Archer needs time, but I take that Gustavo Harmer from Sheffield United, but that's pretty much it. And from Luton, I take Alfie Doughty. I take Barkley. To be fair, I said a couple of years ago I wouldn't take Ross Barkley, but under a new manager, I'd take Ross Barkley. That's probably a bit reactionary though. I wouldn't be upset if we didn't get Ross Barkley. I don't expect us to be interested. But hypothetically, if it's Luton, Burnley, and Sheffield United that you're talking about, I'll take Gustavo Harmer, I'll take Josh Cullen, and I'll take Alfie Doughty. I wouldn't take many players from Luton, to be honest. I think we've got like Alfie Doughty is the only player that I'd probably be looking at, and Gustavo Harmer. Like from Burnley, Josh Cullen's more because we should have fucking sold him in the first place. But whatever. Dembele, Vitinha, that's a good cross. I'm pretty sure Fabian just tried to shoulder that in. They have been targeting Hummels this side, but Hummels actually dealt quite well with it. Yeah, Wolf is coming on for the other right back. And who's this mixed race guy? Is that Marlon? That's number 8. Who's this? Barkley played well. I don't know if it's a one-time thing. We said, but 6 goals, 6 assists, I think. Do you know what it is? Barkley's having fun playing football again. Oh, Felix the Metcher, that's his name. Barkley's just having fun playing football again. It's like a restart for him. So I think under a different manager, he will be able to show his technical ability. Under David Moyes, he won't do anything. But I don't want. If I was to take Ross Barkley, I don't want him to be our Paquetá replacement. Because I want someone that's like Paquetá, a bit younger and creative. I just take Ross Barkley as a squad player. As simple as. Ross Barkley should be on top of finding Paquetá replacement if we're serious. And the problem I have is that I've not seen anyone linked to West Ham that's of a Paquetá profile either. So I'm just worried. I'm just worried for the summer that's going to come up. Dortmund have got a corner. Sancho again working hard. It's Wolf. Long ball over the top. That's going to go straight to their keeper. I reckon Dortmund might hold on, but don't be surprised if PSG do get a lucky goal because it's typical PSG. Dortmund should have probably got a second out of this. First thing you need to sort out as a manager first. Yep, because then there's no point getting players if we don't have a manager, and the manager might not even like players that we bring in before we brought him in. At this point, I don't know who the fuck our manager's going to be. I just can't wait to the end of the season. Thing is, we should be like. I feel like I'm repeating myself all the time, but just trust in Tim Steiner is all I'm going to say for now. Hopefully, if we trust in Tim Steiner, we're fine. And I think we will trust in Tim Steiner now. I'm going to be slightly optimistic and say that Steiner gets the chance and gets the opportunity. I'm going to ignore the E-list reporters, the E-list journalists. Here's Dembele. Over the bar from Zaire Emery. All I know that next season it won't be Moyes. No, I'm not taking like we discussed this on a previous stream. Like, I don't think it's gonna be the same Jose Mourinho, man. Like, I don't think that's ambitious anymore. It'll just be a fucking. It'll be a media shit show, man. We need to go in a more younger, progressive direction, and the only reason why I say that is just so we can bring out we can get the best out of our academy. We can get the best out of the players that we have. I don't think people like Kudus would do that good under Jose. We need to manage it a bit more progressive, bro. And because it's a big name, it wouldn't be a standard choice. I need our technical director to get the choice because he helped build Leverkusen. I want him to help build us as well. And next year's going to be tough because it's going to be about fucking 20 teams going for Europe. As much as the Premier League quality ain't that good, there's not much between the teams. Is that Makoko? 3 minutes left. 4 minutes at a time. Exactly the same as the first half. This Beraldo guy is shit. They're still just passing down the back. They're not going direct at all. They're just still doing their nonchalant short passes, bruv. By the way, as soon as this game finishes, I'm going to end the stream. So no match reaction for now, but it's been fun. This stream's been fun, as usual. So thank you guys for dipping in on all that. Mbappe to Hakimi. Here's Dembele. Dortmund just sitting in their shape. Vitinha. Fabian. Mbappe comes up his leg and Cabal collects it. Only Chelsea fans will take Jose. Do you know what? I would like to see that. Good night, my friend. Good night, bruv. I would like to see Jose back at Chelsea just because it would be hilarious and it's Chelsea and I get to laugh. Because I don't think it'd work out, especially with that squad. Mourinho would hate that squad. Imagine Mourinho trying to deal with like Ben Chilwell and Mudryk and all these lot. He'd probably like that midfield though. Because that midfield's actually good. And he'd make that defence nasty. But other than that, I think he'd hate the weirdos in that squad, like the Mudryks and shit. Well, not weirdos, but you know what I mean, weird players. Like Mudryk and Chilwell. And Disassi, I don't know how he'd hate Disassi as well. He'd probably hate Colwell. I like Colwell, but he'd probably hate him. Dembele taking on Matson. Hakimi. That's a poor pass. Hakimi's been shit all game as well. Coco Sancho. It's pretty much Dortmund held on, but I'm not sure it's enough to go through. But all they need is a draw now. All they need is a draw to go through to the final. Their fans are loving it. I rate how foreign fans just dress in their kit and it just looks sick in the stadium. And it's over. GG indeed, my friend. GG indeed. No, Dortmund won, PSG nil. Dortmund deserved that. PSG were underwhelming as fuck. Whether it's enough to go through to the final, we will see. But I might be covering the second legs as well. But I am tired, so it's good night from me. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you're new. Social medias are GVO Mics on all platforms, as you can read on Twitter and Instagram here. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.